Let's take a look at this program here. We want to add all the numbers from 1 to 10. Right? How would we do that? Well, we would need what we call a counting variable. All right? And so how do you create a counting variable? You would say variable, outside of the loop, you set it equal to its first value. In this case, we want to set it equal to 0. Inside of the loop, you're going to have the same variable on both sides of the equal sign, and we need to add however much we want to count by. So if we want to count by 1, we can go ahead and put a 1 here, right? And if I go ahead and print sum, then what's going to print out? Well, we're counting by 1, and this for loop is iterating 10 times. So it should print out 10, right? Since we're adding 1 to sum each time. Yep, there we go, prints out 10. Now, what if I wanted to count by 10? Well, I can add a 10 here, and I can run it. It would print out 100, right? So we have a counting variable. We create it outside of the loop, set it to its starting value. Inside of the loop, we put it on both sides of the equal sign, and we add however much we want to count by. Now, outside of the loop, we can print out its value after the loop has finished iterating. So now what? What if I wanted to add up all the numbers from 1 to 10, right? How would I do that? Well, I could put an I here. I'm sorry, not there. Here, I could put an I, right? So it'd be 0 plus 0, the first iteration, then it'd be 0 plus 1, and so on. So let me go ahead and run it, and it prints out 45. However, all the numbers from 1 to 10 is not 45, right? And why? Because our I is starting at 0, and it's ending at 9, right? So what if I went ahead and changed this to a 1, and then I said less than or equal to? So now my for loop is iterating from I is equal to 1 to I is equal to 10, and it should be adding up all the numbers from 1 to 10, and it does, 55, right? Well, great. And so typically we don't do that, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it as I is equal to 0, and it increments up to 9, but instead I'm going to put here I plus 1, like so. So for the first iteration, it's going to add 1 to sum, then it's going to add 2 to sum, then 3 and 4, then 5, right? So let me go ahead and do that. Yes, we get the same amount. It's 55, and it prints it out. So hopefully this gives you insight in how to answer the upcoming question.